What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Movie Mob Podcast. My name is Nick. I'm an independent filmmaker and producer. And joining me in studio today is Matt Sampson.
What's going on, man?
Not much, dude. Nice of you to show up here. Behind our cameras is Big J,
Here he
Josh,
is.
the
Howdy.
producer.
Big guy.
And live from Gotham City, joining us virtually because of the beauty of the advantages of technology, is RJ Carreri. RJ, thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
A little slow on the response time.
No, it's okay because he's hot, so it's all right.
He is a good-looking
I
dude.
gotta lift this mic to my face now.
He's
There
a
he is.
nice-looking Mediterranean man.
That's right.
We all are, I
Wow.
would say. You know,
Looking guys.
today I'm looking like a
Pass me in the Odyssey.
college history professor, but also
Like a sexy one, though. You know,
that's right. That's right.
like Harrison Ford. You know,
Yeah,
and
I'll-
Indiana Jones.
I'll let you pass my class if.
Yep.
Yeah,
There you
You
go.
eat my ass.
Right.
there it is. I didn't say it. You can't get me in
It's
trouble
Susan
when
who
it
came
wasn't
out
me
there.
that said it. So this week we got some movie news or some industry news, whatever. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Emily Blunt to star in Martin Scorsese's new crime drama. We don't have a title yet because Leonardo DiCaprio is going to take the next year to rewrite it. But it's described as a Goodfellas meets The Departed. It's written by Nick Bilton and rewritten by Leo D. It is a plot. The plot of it is in 1960s and 70s Hawaii, a formidable and charismatic mob boss rises to build the island's most powerful criminal empire, waging a brutal war against mainland corporations and rival syndicates while fighting to preserve his ancestral land. It's based on the untold true story of a man who fought to preserve his homeland through a ruthless quest of absolute power, igniting the last great American mob saga where the war for cultural survival takes place in the most unlikeliest of places, paradise. Matt, what do you
Well
think about
done,
what
Nick.
I just
That
said?
was
Thank you
great.
very much, Arch. I appreciate that.
Honestly, all of it, I'm in.
Really?
Everything. Well, first
A
of all,
Hawaiian mob boss
listen.
drama.
I like everything in Hawaii. White Lotus. Okay, forgetting Sarah Marshall. Fast and Furious. Okay.
Interesting.
I like Hawaii. I like the setting. It's a cool setting. Scorsese. And I know what everyone's thinking, The Rock.
What
you
am
know?
I thinking right now?
Oh, no, you're thinking like, oh, The Rock. But listen, he always takes bad roles. His movies suck, right? But I think a lot of people are finally starting to realize it. Like his aura, I think is, people are starting to get sick of. It's the same shit. His movies blow. Everyone knows it, right? He always plays like the hero. Maybe he kind of realizes it. I think this might be a chance for him to work with Scorsese, work with some really good actors, be in a more serious movie. And honestly, I would love it. I don't know what his role is going to be. If he played a villain or even a gray character, like, he's maybe a good guy, but he does some bad thing,
Sure.
Not like your typical, like, fucking Jon Snow, everyone roots for him. I think it could be really cool. Scorsese and Leo always were. Emily Blunt's an amazing actress. I'm excited.
I think he's kind of been portrayed over his career as kind of vanilla. You know what I mean? Like he's
Extremely vanilla.
the strong guy. He was the wrestler. He was the hero wrestler.
And I think
Right? He wasn't a villain like the Undertaker.
he's always a hero. I think he has it written into his contract. Like he can't, like,
which is fine. If that's what you want to be. No, I'm not saying that we need more. of
Not-
it.
not for me.
Big ego.
I'm not saying that we need more of it. I guess my take on it is throughout his career, he's been like, even with Kevin Hart, they're like very close.
Yeah.
But he's the vanilla one. He's the one that's like, he's the straight man, with the comedy duo.
Yeah.
And Kevin Hart's bouncing all over the place, and he's the crazy one. And The Rock is, just kind of,
whatever.
he's just kind of there.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where he's at this point. So I agree with your take. It's a nice little bit of a rebrand for him as an actor. And definitely it's Scorsese, so it's got to be a more serious role.
Yeah.
RJ, what do you think about this?
So initially, when I saw the headline, I
Mm.
thought it was like one of those fake busing film titles. They were screwing
Right.
around because we've had like a million Scorsese announcements, right?
Yeah, what the fuck is
Recently-
going on? That's where I wanted to go with
I know.
you on this a little bit more, but go ahead.
Yeah, sure. But I definitely agree with Matt. I think
Thank you.
that he's feeling the pressure of, he sees guys like Dave Bautista and John Cena who are kind of having a better career than him, I would argue, acting wise. They're in more
Mm.
prestigious movies. I mean, Dave Bautista's like genuinely a good actor now. I mean, like he was in Dune Part 2.
Bond.
So I think that's it. And I think he's a competitive guy. He's got a big ego. There's no doubt. But I think it's not a coincidence. So he has this other movie coming out this year called The Smashing Machine.
This is Dwayne
And
the
it's
Rock.
an A20. Yeah, it's an A24 movie. It's directed by Benny Safdie.
Okay.
And he plays this former wrestler. It's a true story, Mark Kerr. And it's supposedly supposed to be his first like big dramatic role. And I don't think it's a coincidence that Emily Blunt's also in the movie with him. So I'm wondering if Scorsese saw this already, like an early preview, and was impressed by him.
If I knew Mark Kerr in person, I'd call him Sharpie. Sorry.
Oh, that's good. I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, or I'd call him Magic.
You know what I'm saying, though? I don't think that's a coincidence.
No, I don't think that's a coincidence either, and I think that it would probably eat me alive if you got to admit, Dwayne the Rock Johnson is probably about as famous as one can become from WWE.
Easily.
Right? Because that's where he started, and his dad was a wrestler too.
Yeah.
So to be as famous as he was, and then to see people that came in after him, like RJ said, John Cena and the other ones,
Batista, yeah.
right? To have them start to kind of surpass,
yeah.
must be fucking annoying.
Well, I think what happened, he's stupid because, he sells, he's not stupid, but...
He's not stupid.
No,
the guy's worth some coin.
He's not stupid. But in terms of just like acting and roles, look at the roles Bautista and Cena have taken.
Yeah.
They're in better movies, they're better projects, and so they have a chance to show off their acting chops. They're more...
John Cena recently showed off a lot more than his acting chops at the award show.
At this point, they're more respected actors, I think, than The Rock.
Okay.
The Rock's like a bigger name. He's a bigger superstar. But all his movies are kind of a joke.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like he's very,
what's the San Andreas? He's
what are we
climbing on the
doing?
tower. Like it's the same shit.
But I think to your point,
Same
Matt,
movie.
he's not in movies that he could ever show off his range. I think
Shazam.
the one movie where he gets out of his wheelhouse and does some interesting stuff is Pain and Gain.
I like that movie. He's actually pretty funny in that movie.
But he does. It's nothing like we've seen him do before. He's always kind of the straight man, but in that one, he's on coke. He's like an ex-con.
I don't doubt that he couldn't do it. I feel like just the roles he's had is
I think that part of it too is his image. Like he was always very
he's very conscious of his image.
He's very supportive of helping people, and he's always very nice to his fans. And there's always like that. Like he's a nice guy, And I think it's very easy, and maybe not so much these days. I feel like there's a different culture around movies and stuff. Back in the day, I feel like when someone played James Bond, no matter where they went, they would probably be identified as James Bond before you knew the actor's name, kind of deal. You know what I'm saying?
No, there are a lot of roles like that.
Right. Well, this is an example.
Yeah.
Not that Dwayne the Rock Johnson should
like
be.
Jon Snow. People say Jon Snow before Kit Harington.
Right. And so now
like
you have like someone like The Rock, who The Rock is the celebrity. So in the movies, he just plays The Rock.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know?
Yeah, it's him.
So now for him to like want to branch out from that and seeing that it's possible to do with people like John Cena and stuff, it's not surprising at all. Okay, so I do have a little bit of a weird take, not to go on and on about this, but a mafia in Hawaii, I got to see it. I got to watch it
I'm
first.
excited for
That's
that.
fair.
I got to watch it first.
It's different.
I like Hawaii as a setting.
It is different.
It's fun.
It is. Could be fun.
And I feel like, it's...
Go ahead.
I would assume he's going to be the mob boss, right?
I
The Hawaiian
don't think
mob
Leonardo
boss.
DiCaprio would be, trying to preserve his homeland. What the fuck? He's
What a
trying.
twist. That'd be a twist.
That would be a twist.
Yeah.
DiCaprio's trying to preserve somebody else's homeland.
Well, so to your point, Matt, maybe he's going to be kind of an anti-hero type guy.
I would like that, like a gray character.
which I think is cool.
No, I think that's cool too. I guess in general, I think that, and maybe this is just because of the way I was raised to look at Hawaii. But when I think of paradise, I think of relaxing. Like, can you imagine being on the beach in Hawaii and some guy walks up to you and wants to start a fight? Wouldn't you be
I'd be very upset.
No, but like, wouldn't you be like, take your glass off and go, buddy, you want a drink or something? What are you doing?
No,
What
I'd
are
be
you
like,
doing?
listen, when I get back home, I get back home in Logan, you can yell at me.
Yeah.
When the Logan, yell at me at Logan Airport.
But that's the thing that I've always found interesting is like the mafia and all that stuff.
Hawaii, bro.
Yes, they're everywhere, and they had Vegas and all these different factions. But it originated, and I get it originated on the East Coast because that's it came over from Italy or whatever,
Right.
and this is the first place they hit. I get that, geographically speaking. But it's cold, and people are cranky
It's miserable.
here.
It's dark.
And there's a lot of shit.
Right now. That's how it is right now.
It's fucking February in New England.
Dude. Everyone's fucking depressed
And
miserable.
they're sitting around. You got a bunch of Goombas sitting around. They go, you know what? Let's go extort some fucking people.
No, it's dark. It's cold.
Right.
What else are you going to do?
I've been to Hawaii twice. Neither of those times have I ever been up. I mean, I was a kid. But neither of those times have I ever been like, I'm going to go break that guy's kneecaps.
No, it seems like a lovely place.
Yeah. But then again, there is a lot of...
To me, that's the appeal.
I will say, RJ, though, that there is a lot of crime in Hawaii. Dog the Bounty Hunter was from Hawaii.
Huh.
And they had a lot of shows, or a lot of series, a lot of seasons of Dog the Bounty Hunter that took place in Hawaii, brother.
Brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I mean, this is a true story, too.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Untold true story. I'm glad that it's finally going to be told.
That's right.
That's nice.
I mean, to me,
stuff.
like so when we were talking about Scorsese movies, like we had all the rumors. So we had, I think the first one that came out was The Wager, which was like that shipwreck mutiny movie. That was the rumor.
I like that
and then
idea.
it was the
That'd be cool too.
Yeah, that sounds good. Then there was the Jesus movie, and then there was the Devil in the White City, which we talked about most recently, right? With the serial killer at the Chicago convention.
Right.
And now this. I mean, to me personally, I think this plot based on this sounds the most interesting and different
Sure.
for him.
Sure. The
So
mutiny
I
one
kinda
sounds
like it.
cool though. Wasn't Leonardo DiCaprio, RJ, wasn't he tied into all of those ideas so far?
Every single one except the Jesus one.
I wonder.
Oh, I know where you're going.
I wonder if he is the reason there's been so many announcements, and if Scorsese is sitting there going, "What do you want to do next?" You know, and
Well, they're probably tag teaming it. You know.
Yeah, but I'm saying like Scorsese. This has never happened like this, at least as far as I know.
He's older. He's older now.
I get that, but Scorsese says I want to make a movie, then he makes the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Now he said I want to make the movie for 7 different ideas in the last RJ, a year? That's a lot.
He's
Yeah, it's
LeBron.
interesting.
He's taking a back seat to Luka Doncic. You
It
know,
could
it's
be
time.
testing the
It's
water. Maybe they're throwing ideas out there, see what people like respond to.
See, that's to me is
I
so
definitely,
cheap. I feel like that's so dumb. I don't know.
But we were talking about the other week about how Scorsese movies really don't make a lot of money because it's a niche audience. But I think you throw The Rock in the lead, this crime movie with DiCaprio and Emily Blunt, obviously coming off Oppenheimer too. I think this will get people in seats if that's their goal.
It'll definitely get a new crowd in seats.
Yeah, I mean, you guys send me this trailer. Like, I'm gonna be excited to watch it.
Yeah,
and if it looks cool, then
yeah.
I'm gonna see it.
And if The Rock
that's the
gets
biggest,
like an Oscar buzz for this upcoming movie too.
Yeah, that's fair.
Josh, pull up real quick the Smashing Machine. Pull up. They have an image of him in that.
You gotta have to turn that TV on.
They got him in makeup and everything. He looks good. I'm excited for it.
Leonardo DiCaprio, he's kind of been all over the place, Leo.
Leo?
Yeah.
Oh, what? He just did. What's the movie we all watched? It was like last year.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah.
Killers of the Flower
He
Moon.
just did that, right? Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I feel like he's bouncing back and forth, like they shot him out of a cannon or something. You know what I mean? Which brings me to my next
He's an
topic.
actor.
Leonardo DiCaprio
There
to
you
star as Evil Knievel in a
there
new
it is.
biopic.
I don't read the description, so I don't fucking know.
I knew you didn't even know I was.
I don't read the fucking thing. I don't know.
That's
I don't
so
I don't know
good.
what we're talking about.
Directed by
show up.
Damien Chazelle. Love, Whiplash, La La
Thank you.
Land, Babylon. Damien Chazelle is directing a new biopic about Evel Knievel starring Leonardo DiCaprio. The story will reportedly center around Knievel's infamous Snake River jump, which saw Knievel attempt to jump across Idaho's Snake River Canyon using a rocket-powered motorcycle in 1974.
How'd it go?
Well, he's dead.
Oh.
I don't know if he died from that one,
Okay.
but
All right. I'll have
he's
to find out.
no longer with us. Evel Knievel, I don't know if you ever had one growing up. I was not around in the 70s, but when I was a kid, I think it was either my grandparents bought it in the 70s and then we had it. But I feel like it was something that we had. There was a little toy and his hands were attached to the motorcycle. It was a motorcycle with a guy on it.
yeah.
But the hands were attached to the handles.
Yeah.
So he couldn't come off.
Good.
But his feet could come off. So when he would do jumps, his feet would go out the back, and he'd be hanging on like Evel Knievel,
like
and it was
that.
in the white with the flames on it.
Dude, my
cool toy.
dude, I
Very
feel like
cool toy.
our parents' generation, like they love Evel Knievel. Like
He was a big deal.
He was a fucking man.
All they had back in the day
Yeah.
was Evel Knievel and Michael Jackson.
No, it's kind of
That's
cool.
it.
It's kind of cool because he's such a big name, and I know like just that he did like stunts, but I literally know nothing about him. I feel like that could actually be like a sick movie.
Can we just talk about what the fuck kind of name is Evil Knievel?
I think it's a kind of a cool name, But that's just me,
It
American
rhymes.
icon.
Yeah, that's fine. Name another one. Like, what if Elvis's name was Elvis Canelvis?
I mean, everyone remember it, What about
What was this guy's real name?
Milli Vanilli? That's kind of same.
See, it's the same thing.
Milli
Milli
Vanilli?
Vanilli was a fake.
Oh yeah, they lip synced, right?
He did lip sync.
Yeah.
Girl, you know it's
That
girl,
bastard.
you know it's girl. That was the whole thing. It was a
His
record
real
that
name
skipped.
was Robert Craig.
Crisscross is another one, right?
Nope, that's
Nope.
that's a duo. Chris.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That was close though.
Yeah, Jackson 5. The hell kind of name is Jackson 5?
Oh, I think there was 5 of them, and their
NSYNC?
last name was Jackson.
Yeah.
That's right.
There was reason behind that one.
RJ, you said his real name is Robert Craig. What was that his name?
Knievel. Yep.
Yeah, see, that doesn't.
So I guess it rhymes. Evil Knievel.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Interesting.
Roger Craig doesn't have the same, same pizzazz.
Are you excited at all for this? I mean, I
think it'd be great.
Damien
Listen.
Chazelle a lot.
We've had a lot of biopics in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I would say the thing that makes me excited about this biopic specifically is that it is not a biopic about a musician.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh my God.
Amen, brother.
They've made some cool ones. We don't need any more.
I don't know anything about Evil Knievel really, so I don't know the life story. I don't know the
Because-
background, so it's all new to me.
And that's why they should make a movie, right?
Yeah. No, exactly. So you learn
But
about it.
but that's the
Yeah.
whole point.
Yeah.
That's the whole deal right there. The whole kit and caboodle and Knievel.
That's right.
And I like it.
Nice.
I'm all about it. I think it'd be great.
Me too.
Damien Chazelle is also definitely the person to do it. I love Whiplash, and La La Land was fantastic as
you-
well.
Nick, have you seen Babylon?
Not yet, but I'm
You
planning.
should watch it. It seems right up your alley.
Yeah,
it's
I've
like
heard.
a movie that when it came out, it got bad reviews, but people have really responded well to it.
over time.
post.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
But
that.
just the opening sequence alone, I think you'll love.
Yeah, no, it's sounds good to me. Yeah, Rocket Power Motorcycle 1974. I think that's great. You know what I think is not great, Matt? Ah,
Oh yeah.
Amazon MGM purchases creative rights. Now listen, here's the thing. How did you feel about Rings of Power?
I thought it was hot garbage.
Name an Amazon series that you think is fantastic.
The boys.
Okay, we got one. Name another one. I don't know. Well,
Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Marvelous Miss Maisel is also very good. You're not wrong there. Okay, so I'm feeling a little bit better about it then. Amazon MGM
Jack Ryan?
purchases creative rights to James Bond franchise
No.
for $1 billion.
No. Is that confirmed?
That is confirmed. Amazon previously absorbed MGM for $8.5 billion, but couldn't freely develop Bond
Fuck.
without the Broccoli family in the mix.
So the Broccoli family sold out those fucks.
The Broccoli
Yeah,
apparently,
remember we talked about them a few weeks ago.
Fuck.
remember?
apparently a cool
For
billion.
real?
Really
Oh, that's-
flicks the broccoli bean.
Because you know what sucks about this now? Bond is gonna become fucking Star Wars, Marvel, loaded. You just get a million. There's gonna be a million movies, million shows, million. You don't know. I mean, and you don't know what to tune into. You
You
know.
know what's so funny about these contracts too?
Fuck.
You really got to be careful with this stuff because when you're negotiating contracts and stuff, they can say whatever they want.
Yeah.
Like they can say, "Oh, I promise you, we will not make it like a Star Wars.
Yeah.
we won't.
Bullshit.
We won't blow it out of the
Yeah.
water or anything like that."
So shit hits
And they
the
go,
fan.
"Oh, okay, great. Here's $1 billion. Thanks so much." They go, "Make 7,000 Bond movies. Let's go. Move it." You
I'm
know?
sure George Lucas said a bunch of shit when he sold Star Wars, and I'm sure it's all out the window now.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't-
and
George-
Tolkien's the same way.
Look at
with
George
the-
R. R. Martin. He's always pissed off at the fucking HBO on the show. He's constantly bitching on his blog. They're ruining this. They're ruining that.
Right.
And HBO's like,
Well,
you
maybe
get the
should
fucking
start
rights. Fuck you.
writing, stop bitching.
You know, George, just go back to your cave.
Agreed.
Stop bitching. You know,
Yeah, I think
both sides have a point in that one.
I think that money is definitely the root of all evil,
It's true.
and you gotta. I don't know. I also don't think that there's anything wrong with being a sellout. But especially if you're gonna if someone offered
mean,
me
a
right
bill- I
now
would- I'd take it
a
too.
fucking $1 billion, I
I'd
would
take it
take
too.
it. At the
Well,
same
especially
time,
when it's like a single family's getting it.
yeah, sure. But I think
You know what I'm saying?
I think also that if you take the money, you got to pull a George Lucas, and you got to shut the fuck up, and you got to never talk about anything ever again
Right.
because you're a sellout. And I would freely say, like, if I invented the next Harry Potter, which won't happen, but yeah, maybe. But let's say I invent the next Harry Potter and Disney or someone buys it from me someday for $1 billion. I'd go on an interview and I would say, I am a sellout. Please don't ask questions about Harry Potter. I like the $1 billion.
Yeah.
And I'd have no problem saying that.
That's true.
Because either that or I wouldn't take the $1 billion.
Yeah.
And then people that tell me to change the story, I'd say, go fuck yourself. You can't have your cake and eat it too. And in this case, you can't have your broccoli and eat it too.
There
You know what I mean? So take the $1 billion. But it's unfortunate because it is a great franchise. And RJ, give me your thoughts on this. You put it on here.
Well, I mean, a few weeks ago we had that quote from her, right? And they were talking about how they were kind of feuding over this whole situation because Amazon wanted to make like spin-off series and like really go the Marvel route with it.
Yep.
And obviously, I forget what her exact quote was, but it was like, "You're all fucking idiots" or something. But then obviously they came back with $1 billion, so it seems like they folded. Yeah, I mean, it's not good. It's not good. We're probably going to get an announcement in a week about a James Bond series in development or a Moneypenny spinoff. You know, like it's just
Yeah, they're gonna go as soon as
it's
possible.
a shame. It's like Matt's quote, "Nothing's sacred anymore."
No, nothing's sacred.
This honestly, we had said this the last time. It's like this was almost kind of the last franchise that really hadn't been milked.
No, they treated
I mean,
it
yes,
so
there's been
preciously.
25 Bond movies, but like they don't come out every
Yeah.
year. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Yeah.
It's not oversaturated. No one would ever say the James Bond name movie franchise is oversaturated. You know,
Yeah.
like they're not
Yeah.
pumping them out. Like they take their time. Everything's kind of planned out. Like now it's just gonna be 95 James Bond shows,
So
movies, spin-offs.
I don't necessarily disagree, but I will say that doesn't this, on a positive spin,
Oh,
doesn't this like also mean, RJ, that you should start writing and create the next, series, the next Matt Bourne, if you will?
oh, we got some movie idea.
What do you
Mr.
mean?
Sanderson. We got
What
some
I'm
movies.
saying is, so you have like Harry Potter, you have Star Wars, you have Indiana Jones, you have Jurassic Park, Marvel movies, and DC, and all these different things, but they're all getting sold off, and then everybody says they're crap. And in my opinion, they have their place in history, and now they've gone into oblivion. But what's the new thing? What's the next Harry Potter? That's a very interesting thing to think about, because we sit here and we talk about the stuff that already is or was, but we don't really have an idea or a way to talk about what's the next James Bond. What's the next thing that's going to take the world by storm that everybody's going to like, that's written by one guy?
I will say the last movie that really dominated pop culture, I feel like, was Oppenheimer, but obviously that was a one-off. There's really not a series.
Right,
There's really,
right.
I mean, Dune is popular, but it's not like
We
Lord of
need
the
a hero,
Rings.
no?
It's not like Pirates or Lord of the Rings or Star. It's definitely not it. It's
Or
big, but
Harry
it's not
Potter.
that,
Harry Potter's
Potter.
another one.
Yeah,
But we need someone out there to come up with a new
and when he's
character,
massive
a new
fucking
story, a new thing. And
Yeah.
it can't be, see, here's the thing. You have Lord of the Rings, right? And then you have like Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is huge, but to me, it's in the same kind of realm style.
Yeah, Game of Thrones
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
dominated pop culture for about 10 years.
Right. I'm not saying they're the same. I thought The Boys was going to be it for a while. I don't know.
It's popular. It's not
fading,
at that
though.
level. It's not at that level.
Nothing is at the level of James Bond, Harry Potter, Jurassic Park. These larger than life names, Star Wars, like as a general thing. James Bond. Think about how famous James Bond is. They've been doing it since the 50s, and it's been 5 different people already.
I think the most recent
And it's still just as famous as it was back in the day.
I think the most recent thing to dominate pop culture was the run Marvel was on. But I think that's
Gone.
after Endgame that kind of ended.
Twilight was also a very big one for a while. Whether you like it or love it, or hate it or whatever.
Now we're seeing
Twilight
it
was
with a
very
lot of
big.
shows too. You get Stranger Things, Squid Game, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Those runs are shorter. You know what I mean? They kind of
Right.
So I feel like nothing since like 2019, since Endgame, nothing has really dominated like kind of the Marvel, the Lord of the Rings. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean?
I mean, when people say what's your name and you say your last name first and then your first and last name,
Yeah.
that's a cultural phenomenon. I mean, that is like
Bond.
that
Bond,
permeates
he's him.
generations, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah, it's cool.
I don't know. I don't know what the next one's going to be. Josh, do you have any take on this? What do you think about James Bond?
Get Henry.
Oh,
in
there
there.
he is.
I'm not a huge James Bond person.
Moving right along.
All
What?
right.
I'm just kidding.
No, I mean really. I mean,
but even I can see that this is
Not a good
very-
thing.
Josh, you just don't like fun action, thrilling movies. Okay.
I guess
He
not.
doesn't like them once a year. Come on.
All right,
I like
all
every
right.
3 years.
All right.
Yeah, and I don't need 17 spin-off series about
No.
everything. Wasn't there a, not to change the subject, wasn't there a Harry Potter like series in
that's still-
development?
That's still happening, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, it's still happening
far as I
on
know.
HBO.
Jesus.
Who did they just cast? They just
Unfortunate.
I don't know. Who's the new
John
Harry?
Lithgow.
Who the fuck
John
is-
Lithgow
the
might be
fuck
the
is
new
that guy?
Dumbledore.
Who the fuck
Oh,
is that
really?
guy?
I love John
Yeah.
Lithgow. He,
No,
he-
you know John Lithgow, Matt.
Yeah,
Look
he
him up.
played Lord Farquaad in Shrek. He was on a show called Third Rock from the Sun back
Yeah,
in the
look this guy
day.
up. What's his name? John what?
John Lithgow.
Lithgow.
Stupid ass name.
G-O-W. He also played,
Oh, okay.
yeah, he
All
also
right. Oh, this guy's a big name.
he played Winston Churchill. He was a great Churchill.
This guy's
my
in
opinion.
everything.
Oh, he did play Churchill.
He
Yep.
was really good as Churchill. I liked him. a
Yeah, you're
lot.
right. He's being casted in this movie.
They've already announced a few. I think they announced Snape.
Who's playing
Adam,
Snape?
It's got to be Adam Driver, right?
How you doing?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either.
What?
Oh.
No, it's not Adam Driver. It should be Adam Driver.
Oh, okay.
He'd be perfect.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, I love John Lithgow. I don't know. I find that very interesting.
Interesting.
What's it called? The other thing, RJ, just because it is the movie mob, and as is tradition, we have a tendency to give an Odyssey update. I sent you that thing. I got to mention it. Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4 got delayed. The filming got delayed because Tom Holland is in the
Good.
Odyssey.
Forgot about Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, everybody did.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, I think it's kind of interesting because normally, like, so you'll have what's the other thing that we talked about recently that got delayed? Oh, fucking Batman, right? Robert Pattinson was doing one other project, and then something else got delayed, or they were working on multiple things at once, and he couldn't be in both. I love it. I love the spirit of this. The Odyssey takes over.
It is. It's coming.
I loved it.
He's a big boy, big guy on campus.
Yeah,
you know?
I sent that to RJ, and I was like, "Ooh, this is good."
Big dick in the room.
Yeah,
the
man,
Odyssey.
I love it. Tom
Yeah, I
Holland
think
was like,
also they've been really slow in the development of the new Spider-Man 2, so I don't even know if they have a script yet.
Yeah, the movie was a while, dude.
So
That
it
was
kind of makes sense.
No, but these
like
big
4 or
these
5
big
years ago.
these big studios, they like to kind of say, "Well, we're doing this first," and then
Yeah.
they
Right,
they
right.
try and strong arm people.
Yeah, no, that's true.
What are you gonna do? Go get your fucking shine box.
Robert Pattinson said he's very excited for the Batman 2.
Mm,
He
It
said
happens.
he knows this. I actually just saw. I was just scrolling through Twitter when we lost Wi-Fi, and it said that Matt Reeves still has not submitted the final script for that movie yet.
really?
I rewatched
Yeah.
it this week.
What the fuck are we doing? dude?
Still holds up.
What are
Well,
we
I don't know.
doing?
Vengeance.
Well, they're still set to shoot at the end of the year, so he's got a few months.
Yeah.
Hey,
Whatever.
listen, Iron Man, they didn't even have a full script when they shot Iron Man. They just went as they go.
And that movie's fucking
There's
awesome.
another. I think it might be a Marvel movie. I'm an idiot when it comes to superhero stuff, so please correct me. But there is another Robert Pattinson movie that's been going around. The trailer's been going around a lot.
Oh, and there's like he dies like a million times.
Mickey 17.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Looks like a weird ass movie.
You saw the movie?
Yeah, I went to like an early, like an advanced screening,
And?
like last year.
Without going into it, but
It was
good?
all right. It's
Weird.
It was like I enjoyed it, but it wasn't what I was expecting because it's the Parasite director Bong Joon-ho.
You
did
don't
it.
like him? I
it's
love
kinda-
Bong
it's-
Joon-ho.
Oh, I love him too, but it's not like I thought it was gonna be more like serious. It's kind of a bit goofy and like more of a comedy, but it was good.
Interesting. Yeah. No,
Alright.
I didn't know if it
Yeah.
would be like a
I don't know if
recommended
I'll
thing.
see it again, but it was good.
Yeah. Yeah, very interesting. Good stuff. All right. That's enough of news. What do you say we jump on in?
Time for nudes.
Matt's got no nudes this time. I didn't see any nudes. I saw there was, some erection.
Yeah, there was nudes.
There was a,
The Walton Goggins and the
oh,
girlfriend.
yeah. That's very funny what you guys pick up on versus what I pick up on. That's very funny. Yeah, there was some
Oh wow,
boobies.
Matt's got the glasses on now.
It's a great look.
Thank you. We talking White Lotus? I took
sorry.
notes.
Is this Clark Kent I'm talking to? What's going on
No,
here?
he
with the
kind of
glasses?
looks like what's his name from season 2? The fuck. Move on.
All right.
Albie?
I didn't know who he was gonna say.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't
and,
either. Who
Theo
the fuck wears
James.
glasses?
Theo James.
Oh, he wears glasses?
I have no idea.
I don't think he does.
I don't know what the fuck.
I actually can't see it all.
That's
I
all
don't.
right.
I can't see it all.
You left your brains in the gym there,
I
boss.
actually have
man.
20/20 vision.
White Lotus, season 3, episode 2. Title, RJ, what was it?
Special treatments.
I
Oh.
bet it was.
Oh,
Everybody's getting massaged in this episode.
That's right.
They're doing special treatments on each other, and the main black lady there. She's fallen in love with the Thai guy.
She's very nice. She's a very nice woman.
She's a very nice woman. She also. Anyway, let's
Yeah. We got a lot to get into.
A lot of stuff to get into. White Lotus
dive right
season
in,
3, episode 2, special treatment starts off where the end of the first episode left off. I gotta say, there were some standout things in this episode. I think on the whole, I would say, and it's okay, but it was kind of a boring episode. It was a little bit of a. Hear me out. I felt like it was kind of a transitional episode to get you from episode 1 to episode 3.
Okay.
They had to do some more background establishing. There wasn't a lot that happened. I would say action-wise, not a lot of craziness.
The
happened.
bank, they had the bank rob or whatever, the jewels.
They had a jewel thief in the White Lotus thing because this guard at the front gate is a little
Fucking
A little
guy.
timid.
He's kind of a little weenie.
Oh, he's a nice guy.
He's
though.
an L7.
He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy, but he's
focused
still
on Mook.
he's still a weenie, and he is focused on Mook. And Mook,
Mook's very nice too.
what a Mook! You know,
Oh,
look
you
at
don't
this Mook. I love Mook. No, she's great.
she's lovely.
She's great. Mook means something different. Where I come
They're
from.
honestly like the two like pure. You talk about like pure kind of innocent characters.
Yeah.
I feel
Yes.
like those two are like the
Yeah.
two like you root for. They're
They're
just
normal people.
They're just normal, nice people. Just go about their day, try and be good people.
And it,
Like they've no ulterior like motives. You
Right.
know?
Go ahead, RJ.
it does always tend to be the people who work at the hotel. I feel like if you're looking back, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I
'Cause
have a
remember in
different.
last season it was the hotel manager, the Sicilian woman.
She
She was
her.
kind of like, I know Nick, you were a big fan of her.
She ended up being gay.
I love
she was
Valentina,
awesome.
man, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I literally,
Lot of spice.
I got emotional when she
Lot
won
of
the Emmy.
spice.
She was amazing.
Big
That
aura.
actress
Yeah,
in
yeah,
general,
yeah.
she's very cool.
I
Very
do
cool.
love that. I love that they pull in like local
Yes,
actors from
of
wherever
course.
they are.
Yeah.
For that
Can
stuff.
you
That's cool.
imagine if they were shooting a movie? Imagine if they were shooting a movie in Thailand and they had all white people working at the place. They
Yeah.
didn't have any
mean-
any Thai people.
Be
You got a
fun.
couple, but you know,
Yeah.
diversity.
I mean,
the
there's
the
a
manager.
lot of white people in Thailand.
Sure,
A lot of
sure.
rich white people.
No, I think Mike White's great.
He's excellent.
He's done a fantastic job. He's been doing a fantastic job since he did School of Rock. Anyway, back to this episode. I think that this was my favorite characters in this episode
Okay.
were the 3 women. And it's the writing
Really?
of this episode that I liked the most.
They're all. I mean, I hate them all.
So one of them
Those 3.
Same.
was in a different series that I saw recently, so it was a nice little refresher to see her face. I have a differing opinion
On the woman, on each of them.
on each of them, but I absolutely love the writing of those scenes, the drama. I love that it was so real. It was so real
It is
to
pretty.
me.
It's very real. Like
To
the stuff
have
that
that,
happens.
you know, this friend group of 3 women,
Very
and they
shallow.
all talk shit about each other when one of them is away.
It's true.
I thought it was. RJ, have you watched this with Allie? Did you watch this with Allie?
Yeah, I did.
What did she say about that? I guarantee you, she was sitting there making comments.
I
the whole
refrained
time.
my comments. I just think it's like a total summary of kind of how women operate versus
Easy,
like men.
easy. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying.
No,
like,
you're
when
not
I'm talking
wrong.
with
You're
my
not wrong.
friends And Matt walks out of the room. I'm not going to shit on Matt with Sam.
That's because
Like
you're a
we
man.
just don't do that. Or like if we do do that, we're like joking around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would say
Which I
guys,
think- and
guys
then
do the same
women
thing.
Wonder why like they're always getting in like fights with each other and not talking. And
Oh,
I'm like,
100%.
This is why
100%.
guys are so much easier
just simple
going. We don't
dudes,
do
you
that
know?
shit.
Well,
No drama.
Here's the difference. Here's the difference, I would say. And correct me if you think I'm wrong. Guys do the exact same thing, except they don't wait for the person to leave the room. They'll do it right to your face.
Yeah, yeah, or
Right
that,
to your
or that, sure.
face, dude. They'll go, what happened with
Or
you
they're
after
just
the
not friends
divorce?
with
Jeez,
that
you really
person.
let yourself go. What the fuck
Be
happened
like, what
there?
the fuck? Like,
What are you, fucking alcoholic? No.
Like if I,
They would have gone crazy.
no, like if I walk into a room and like I'm dressed weird, like my cousins be like, "Dude, the fuck's wrong with you, you fucking bum?"
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like joke it, like you know what I mean?
100%.
I'd be like, "Fuck
100%.
you."
This
you know?
is very complimentary to the face, and the second they leave, and I thought it was so funny because at the end of the first episode, when the number 3, so it's funny when
Yeah,
you
she's
have the
crying.
group.
Number
Listen,
3.
let's get a little misogynistic.
She
this
is the number
episode.
3.
She's the number
In
3
all the ways.
She's supposed to be the number 3. It's
Yeah.
a character. I'm not degrading women here. I'm just saying you have literally the actress who's the famous one in the group, who's the hot
Michelle
one
Monaghan.
who looks like she's 20, but she's 55. You have the other 55-year-old
Bibb.
that is very well put together, but she doesn't look 20. She looks her age. And then you have the number 3, and she's the divorcee. She's the one that's a little schlubby, right?
Number
The
3.
hair's a little all over the place. Have you noticed that
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
else looks fantastic? Like the 2 other girls look fantastic every time, and this one is made to look less than.
No, it was it's a conscious effort.
She's the
I'd
number
say.
3,
Yeah.
right? So the number 1 is the famous one. Then you have the number 2 who married money and thinks she's successful because she married money, and the number 3 who didn't get the
she's
partnership, the
yeah.
partner, whatever position at the
Yeah.
law firm, and she's been working hard and drinking harder. You know.
It looks like where.
And
What do
first,
you think?
go ahead, go. I could talk about this
Well,
for
I was gonna
hours. Go
ask,
ahead.
like, well, yeah, well, because I think that you're right. That scene, I think, out of all of them, had the most to kind of pull from. Like they were nodding about people having ulterior motives, right? They were saying that everyone wants to be friends with me for a reason. Do you think that was kind of foreshadowing her, number 3? Do you think she's there with an ulterior motive?
I don't know for sure.
Okay.
Can I just say really quick as a complete side note, because I was just thinking about them at the bar or at the restaurant when there's a performing thing.
Yeah.
The music in this series is
Yeah, it's
so
awesome.
fucking good. Like the Thai music and all, I mean, everything RJ said earlier that we got a little hint of the old sound, the
Big
old
aura.
old theme song in there was great. And there was a big potential Easter egg. Obviously, I haven't seen past episode 2, right? When she bangs on the window, when the number 3 bangs on
Yes.
the window, what would be a metaphorical thing? What did we already hear in episode 1 at the very beginning? Gunshots,
Yeah.
right? You know, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
And then what do they say? Oh, you scared me. I thought it was a
A gun? Is that what they said? Or
monkey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the
I'm
monkeys are
thinking
big.
somebody, maybe
There's a
the
lot
nice
of monkeys.
guy. So here's my prediction for who shot who.
Oh, I know
where
where
we're
you're
I
going
wanna
with
hear
this.
I think the nice guy has a gun because he gets given a gun to wear on his thing.
After
This is
this.
pretty. I have no fucking idea. And if
No,
this
this
is
is pretty
right,
good.
I swear to
Yeah.
God, I will.
This is
I
what-
will do backflips.
Yeah.
I think that after the break-in, the robbery that happens, they give the guard guy a gun.
Mhm.
And I guarantee you, a monkey walks up and takes it off out of his holster
the
and
gun.
starts shooting people with it and runs off into
Yeah.
the trees and goes bang, bang, bang.
That'd be insane.
I guarantee you it's something like that because we've seen
There were-
so much of the monkey.
There were a lot of gunshots in the first. You know, it
That's
wasn't
what I'm
just
saying,
one.
and they were all over the place.
It
You
wa-
couldn't tell what direction.
It
they
wasn't
were
Right.
going.
It wasn't just
Yeah.
like one. It was like it was continuous,
Yeah.
like for a while.
Right. We also there's a God. This is a now that I'm thinking of it, it felt like kind of a boring episode. But
I
now that I'm
liked
like
it. I liked it.
No, I liked it as well. I just think that there wasn't like a lot of like the first episode. There was maybe it was the setup. I don't. Maybe I'm just an idiot. I don't know.
I felt a little, Nick. I don't know if you'd agree with me. I felt a little bit like, what did we really learn that we didn't learn in the first episode?
Right. It was a continuation of just more of the stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Genuinely, what did we learn in this episode that we didn't know in the first?
Right. No. Yeah. No.
Building. We're building a house. You know, building.
Well, we learned. I think we learned
I
more
know.
about. We learned more about the characters on an individual level. We finally get to talk to Jennifer Coolidge's ex-husband.
That guy's a
Um,
dick, huh?
Yeah, well, he
Yeah.
always was.
Yeah, he
you
always
know,
is.
and
I love
and-
Goggins. He's my favorite. Those are my favorite characters. Goggins and his girlfriend.
dude,
I'm obsessed with his girl.
I love his girlfriend. I think
she's my favorite character.
She's amazing.
The British
and,
girl.
She's.
She's lovely. I want to date her.
I think it's very interesting because
She's my favorite. I like her fucked up teeth. I like all of it. I like the accent. She's
like-
lovely. I like everything about. He's a dick to her the whole time, and she's still positive, lovely. I fucking love her.
But I think she knows. I don't think because that can come off. It can come off. It doesn't, but it can come off as somebody who's either being, I don't want to say abused necessarily,
Oh.
but no. Hear me out. You know how like they'll have situations where there's like an aggressive guy with
Yeah.
a timid woman. She doesn't come off as timid to me.
I don't
I
think
feel
he's
like she knows why
Yeah.
he's upset. She knows something's going on.
He doesn't
You know
strike
what
me
I
as
mean?
aggressive
I don't know
either.
if she
He-
knows
he's
what
just
he
a dick.
does for work.
True,
think
and
that's
neither
still
do
vague.
we. Well, I guess we do know a little bit. He does a little bit of this, a
little
little bit of that. I like that.
That's
I
good.
thought
That's
that
good
was
shit.
great.
So I'm curious. I'm curious what you guys think, because in the first episode, I put out the idea that possibly he's a hitman, and
Yeah.
that he's there to kill the husband of the Thai lady.
Well, now
right?
he's
But
going to
now
Hong
I'm
Kong.
wondering.
Or Bangkok.
Bangkok. He's going to Bangkok.
Yeah.
Yes. Now I'm wondering. He had that scene with the meditation specialist, and he mentions that his dad was murdered.
Oh.
Do we think that somehow the husband was involved in the father's death?
I could see it. Like they're dirty. That the woman who's being prayed, like the celebrity,
Yeah.
she's a little dirty. I could see it.
She does
I
seem
mean,
a little
yeah.
slimy and fame
Or what
hungry.
Yeah.
what if, we said, oh, I never met my dad, he was murdered. What if maybe not? Maybe he's the father, adopted, something.
Oh wow,
Thank you. You know what I mean? What if
that's
there's
great, Matt.
thanks, man. What if something's
Now we're
going on there?
talking.
You know?
See, I
I'm
like
interested,
that
though.
too because it's so obvious, RJ. I just feel like it wouldn't make sense. It would be like,
It'd be very obvious.
again, if you haven't seen White Lotus season 1 or 2,
He's never met the father.
please, go back and watch it because I'm about to go over
This show's the fucking balls, by the way.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Like, I haven't. Yeah.
But I will say, you would think with the guns and the bang, bang, all this crap that happened in season 2, and then Jennifer Coolidge doesn't die by a gun. She fell off the fucking boat.
Yeah, she banged her head in.
She banged her head, not with a
Yeah.
bullet, but with the boat. I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah.
And it's a good twist. So I don't think necessarily that there's that. It would be so obvious. Like I would be angry actually. I think if Walton Goggins was the
But
guy
it
who
never
did the shooting.
is, right?
No,
They always lead us. In
Mike
that
White,
direction.
is that his name?
And I wanna
He's too
say-
clever.
He
Yeah.
is too clever. He's very.
Well, I was
clever.
gonna say with Mike White, like I think he very easily making this show and bringing back returning characters and stuff. You could easily like slap the audience in the face with that stuff, but I
Mm.
think he does it so well. Like he doesn't make a big deal about that being Tanya's husband. Like they don't shoot him in any really different ways. He's just there. The audience gets it.
Yeah.
You have that one scene, obviously, where the therapist or the massage
That's gonna be
therapist
big.
notices him, which I think
She
is
That's gonna
great.
come
did
back.
notice him, and she felt
Yeah.
very weird.
That's
She
gonna come
noticed
back.
him, and she
Yes.
went, "Do I know this guy?" And it was.
And the girlfriend is a hooker, right?
I think it's. Yeah. Well, the girl. That's what Walton says. He says she's a hooker. He says he found her
But
online. He bought her, paid
that
for her.
I think he's using her to find people at the resort to steal from.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
Very
Yeah, because she
interesting.
was in the changing room, when it happened, and then after she runs out. Oh, I missed it.
Yeah. She
And
goes,
then
"What the hell
remember she
was
had
that?"
that comment she heard about the family, the rich family from Carolina with the Duke and Tart
Yeah.
in North Carolina.
That's a
she
weird
made an
family,
interesting
man.
comment about them.
Yeah.
Dude, they might be the most.
Yeah.
That's a weird bunch. That family.
I will say when the
Yeah.
massage therapist notices Coolidge's husband, Uncle Rico. It's who he played.
Over the Rockies.
Yeah.
I actually that was the first time where you realize if there's fear there. She was like, do I know him? But there was
Yeah.
also like I feel really queasy about seeing this guy.
Oh, and also too,
which I thought was great. I mean really quick, the
Yeah.
writing in this show is so
Awesome.
good.
awesome.
The one thing, RJ, that
Great breadcrumbs.
and you know me, I love the little, the minutia. I like the little bullshit
Definitely.
conversations. So, I really loved when he was like, yeah, I'm American. She's French. She goes, I'm not French.
Yeah.
I thought it was so funny. That was such a great, imagine you're sitting there with someone who you're telling people is your wife, because he's a fucking weirdo. Obviously, right? In the other seasons, he's a lot of shit going on. You're telling people is your wife, and she looks at you and goes, I'm not French. With literally 2 different countries. I just thought it was so funny.
That was a
I
great
thought
scene.
it was so
No, and
good.
and the this and that exchange was great.
The this and that was
there's
also
a lot
very
of
good.
people here and this and that.
Dude, I'm gonna
Yeah,
binge
yeah.
the whole show right now. It's such a good fucking show.
Yeah, it's appointment television.
No, dude, I actually can't wait to watch it next
Yeah,
week.
no, it's very very
Oh,
good.
You'd
dude.
think I'm starting to get the vibe that this season is kind of going to conclude that story arc with Tanya, because we really don't get a resolution, right? She dies, but the husband's still. So I think maybe
Al-
that's what this is building
also,
to, and we're going to
too-
get some finality with that.
The
Probably.
masseuse, she formed like a connection with
Coolidge.
Coolidge in season 1,
Yeah,
and she was kind of maybe the inspiration. You know what I mean?
Well-
Kind of behind her doing
well,
her whole thing.
she in season 1, she suggests to the black lady that she should open her own business
Yeah.
and
Right.
go do her own thing.
So you're right. This may be the.
She's not a guest at the hotel.
What if she was the one who murders Uncle Rico? You'd never think.
Potentially.
Zion's like, oh, I gotta save my mom. What if the mom's the
Hey,
one?
yeah, whatever. Go ahead, RJ. What?
Nick, you said the fact that she kind of looked fearful. The question is, does she know what happened? Does she know that Tanya's dead? And if she does know that Tanya's dead, the last thing that she saw of her was leaving Hawaii with that guy, right? So, and now she's seeing him with another woman and knows Tanya's dead. I don't know. Maybe she's.
I could also see her having an exchange with Uncle Rico, asking her a question, and him lying about his prior relationships, oh, I've never been married before, or some shit like that, and her knowing
I
it's
know
a lie
you.
and raising that antenna, and her going on the investigative route. I could see that happening.
Right. No, I could see something like that. I feel like the robbery definitely plays into the season.
Oh, 100%.
Like there's got to be
Yeah,
more. to that.
someone's behind that. Someone we know.
Right, and that's always very interesting. A question, just because we set some other stuff up, I want everybody's take on this. Does Mook get with the security guard? Does that ever happen?
Yeah, that's the happy ending at the end of the
Is
season.
it? I'm being
No.
serious. Do they ever get together? Do they ever go on that
I-
date?
I'm rooting for it. I'd love to.
I know. He's such a nice guy.
I
Isn't he
feel
a
like
great guy?
I feel like it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
No, honestly, I think that guy's gonna get cooked.
Yeah, probably.
Like I want it to happen because they're both
probably.
such nice characters, but I don't know.
Yeah. We saw everybody
Oh.
got massaged in this episode,
Love
and I have
massage.
another section of this
Treatment.
to bring up too. But I want to move on to the Sachs family.
Oh, the fam.
Okay.
That kid, that little
Speaking
crazy
of them,
little
I
kid.
rewatched the first episode,
Yeah, what'd you think?
and
By the
if
way,
you
the
look
son,
at
the
body
kid's not.
floating in the water.
Yeah.
It's definitely a guy, and I think it's Saxon.
I don't know.
I think it's that.
I
That's
don't
what
know.
I thought.
I don't know, man. Maybe
Wacky
it
family.
could be. And if it is Saxon, I guarantee you he tried to make an advance on someone who shot him. Okay, this
Yep.
kid is talk about needing to get those numbers up.
Oh, yeah.
This kid's got some tension he needs to relieve. This is a little ridiculous now. He's laying there on the bed and stuff starts moving around. I wonder how they did that too. I would love to see if there was like a balloon or something that they had you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh, that scene. Yeah.
Yeah, just from a technical standpoint.
I just the scene I'm still thinking
It's
about.
kind of difficult, RJ, to have a bunch of people on set looking at you and you go, okay, let's get that up real quick. I mean, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Dude,
Like, oh.
it's just a weird fucking family.
They are absolutely a weird family. What happens with Lucius and
Lucius is in some deep shit.
yeah, what the
Lucius
fuck is
down-
going on there,
Dude,
huh?
Lucius is down bad.
Did you know? I think that's Ke-Hu Kwan on the phone, right?
Is it?
The voice. Didn't you recognize his voice? I think that's.
Well, no, he didn't say Mr.
think that's
Jones,
him.
so I don't fucking know what he said. You know
No,
what I
I
mean?
know, but it
Mr.
sounded. I
Mr.
think
Jones.
he had a very distinct voice.
What if he did?
He does.
It
Mr.
might not
Malfoy.
be him, and that was incredibly racist. But we're
Yeah, well, hey, listen, he should have never gone to Brunei. All right? That's
Thank
all
you.
I'm going to say
let me see
there.
if people are talking about it on Reddit.
Dude, the youngest one is watching his brother watch porn.
No, he went in the bathroom.
No, but he's watching him. Like
Well,
there's a long
Well,
glance.
first of all, let's be honest here, right? If
Oh.
you and like, you don't have a brother, do you?
No.
Okay, but if like you and Christian are very close,
Yeah.
if Christian was like 10 years older than you, because clearly the older brother is like older
Yeah.
than the
he's-
young kid,
Yeah.
right?
About 10 years.
And like you're close, whatever, and like
Yeah.
all of a sudden he starts doing like talking about weird
Yeah.
crap, and you wake up in the morning and you're sleeping, and he's not only sleeping naked, like in episode 2.
Yeah.
He's sleeping, and the kid wakes up and he's staring at the naked. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's a weird bunch.
And obviously he's very timid, and that's why the brother is doing these things because he
Yeah.
knows that the little brother won't say anything.
Yeah.
But like, if it was me and I was little, I'd go, what are you doing, you moron? I'd say, cover up, you fucking.
No,
I don't
no,
need to see
yeah.
that.
The stuff with the sister too, like the comments.
Yeah,
like,
the sister, it was a little weird.
Weird.
I also thought, honestly, I thought it
Mom
was
shrugged
kind of
out.
weird. I thought it was kind of weird that the sister reacted the way she did. She was like very aggressive in those hammocks. Like she was
well,
like,
it was a weird thing to say. You know.
A little
yeah,
bit.
Her brother said she was hot. I feel like that's not that normal.
yeah, I don't disagree with you. I thought her reaction before it got weird was a little
Or
heavy.
she may also be
like she was
insecure.
very snappy right away. Like, what are you talking
Oh
about?
yeah.
She may
well,
also
about
be
the
insecure.
religious stuff.
Insecure. You know.
Yeah, she might be
Unsure.
insecure.
He was question. Yeah.
And also too, the whole thing about her doing her like project that may be a front because remember they go to the place and she's like, I'm
Mhm.
literally right up to it, right there, and she goes, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. You're not ready. You want to cross the world to go see it. You know, you got
Yeah,
something.
she is. Yeah.
She may something may be up with her too.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Are we ready to move on? to
That was Ke-Hu Kwan, by the way.
Oh, 100% it was.
that's kind of cool.
Very
Yeah.
interesting.
It
I
was
hope
a very distinct voice.
do we get to see him?
I don't know.
That would be
Well,
interesting.
maybe
Why
flies
have
him
somebody
out.
so famous if they're just going to be a voice on the phone? That's very interesting.
I'd like to see him.
The last thing I want to talk about with regard to this family is the mother, and this kind of brings us full circle because
She's
we
drugged
started
out.
by talking about with the three ladies.
Jesus.
One of the ladies, married money,
Leslie Bibb.
Miss Bibb,
Oh.
walks up to the mother, and there's a very extremely awkward, bizarre exchange.
I almost couldn't
between them.
watch.
It was one of the most awkward things I've ever
so
seen in
weird.
my entire life. And
It's so cringy, dude.
honest to God, if I was there if that had been probably not my mom, I would have said,
Oh, but if you were like,
but
with
I would have been
friends,
just like a little brother. I would have been like, what
the fuck was
the
that?
hell was that?
Right.
What the fuck was that? I
Weird.
thought it was the craziest thing. I thought it was so weird. And I don't understand why it even happened that way. I'm sure we
He's
might
definitely
find
the
out.
most annoying character.
I definitely, I don't know. My first thought, dude, I'm like you. I almost couldn't watch it. It was so fucking cringy.
Imagine if you were at a table with somebody
It was so weird, bro.
and they act. Imagine if you were on a date with a girl, right?
Yeah.
And someone walks up to the girl
Yeah, and she responded like
and
that.
she would that not be the last date you ever had with
I'd
that
be
girl?
like, yeah, that'd be weird.
That'd be like fucking bizarre. I would say you treat
Yeah.
people that way just
Yeah.
in general. You can't fake it and say,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's good to see you."
Yeah, even if
what
you
the
fake
fuck
it.
was that?
Even if you don't like him, you put on, you know,
Right, like just to shut him up and get him to go away, you do something nice. Hey, good to see you. Hey, thanks so much. Whatever. Right?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? It was like
Yeah.
awkward. She wasn't even looking at her. It was like some weird shit.
something's
man.
up with maybe something, go with the mom. You know what I mean? Like something's obviously up with her. She's drugged out all the time.
The last thing I'll say about the three women was first it was the actress and the married money bib.
Mhm.
They were talking about the number 3.
Yeah.
Okay. And
2 and 3, we're talking about 1.
but when 2 and 3 talk about 1, number 1 goes over and she can kind of it's
Yeah,
muffled,
a little
but
bit.
she can hear a little couple
Yeah,
of
you
2
don't know
3
what
things.
she's hearing.
Yeah, that's
Right, exactly, which I think was very interesting.
Yeah,
Very
they're
interesting.
gonna turn on each other they're all gonna hate each other by the end.
Right. Yeah, no, I love the performances. I love the music. I thought that was great.
Big aura, big aesthetic, big time aura in this show.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, man. And we didn't see the monkeys that I actually audibly said at one point throughout the episode, I was like, oh, it's weird. We haven't seen any monkeys yet.
Yeah,
and
we'll
the
get more
next
monkeys.
shot, it cut to a monkey.
Yeah,
I'm,
we'll
okay, we're good.
we'll get
So
more
where are my
monkeys.
where are my
And
monkeys at?
Have you noticed that the past 2 episodes, every episode ends with a pullout? Like as if you're looking from the trees.
I did notice
In the
that.
first episode, it pulls out of their window right into the
Lucius.
trees, and in this episode, it pulls out, and both from the Rich family, the
Lucius.
Ratcliffe
They're
family.
both from Lucius.
It both pulls out from.
I don't know if I don't obviously I'm not Thai, so I don't have any sort of background with this stuff. But those creepy, and I'm just saying it because they shoot them in a creepy lighting way. But the creepy statues of the monkey Buddha things, very interesting. I just love the aesthetic. I was really, last night.
Big aura.
This is one of those shows that I never skip the intro on. Okay.
I don't skip intros on like prime time.
the
Like,
mood.
dude, when I was watching Thrones back in 2017, like this show, like I appointment television, I don't skip that shit.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's
Well,
the-
I
it's
will
the smart
say
in the intro.
when
Yeah.
I go back and binge like The Sopranos.
Yeah, when you go back, you skip because you've seen it a billion times.
Right. But especially with something like this where they change the intro up every season because it has to do with the place. This is one of the most beautifully, like the art in the intro.
Mhm.
Everything about this is beautiful. I mean, it's perfect. I really, really think this is this is it. Like this is the show.
Right now, it's my favorite thing going.
I'm concerned because I don't know where they go from here after the season. And I'm trying to live in the moment and enjoy what we have as it comes out. But I'm just saying.
The cruise.
The cruise would be so good, man. It
A
would
cruise
be
episode, a
the
cruise season?
feeling of being trapped and the whole it'd be so fucking good. I
Fun
would
thing.
love it.
Thailand, Hawaii, Italy.
I
Yeah.
think you do a Caribbean cruise, and then you can island hop. Every episode, they stop on a different
It's
island.
another vacation spot.
Interesting.
Because they've all been pretty obvious vacation spots.
Right. Well, they haven't done like Dubai yet or anything like that.
Yeah, they-
and
no,
they
I think
actually
Well, and
mentioned
wait, didn't mention Dubai, right?
they mentioned Dubai. It was Tanya's husband mentions that they met in Dubai.
Oh, you could
The
do-
French lady who's not French. She's from Quebec.
you could do that.
Quebecois.
Dubai would be cool because then you could go in into the
Japan.
dirty like oil business. shit like
Japan.
that.
Japan would be
Japan
cool.
would be beautiful.
Japan would be good.
No, they'll figure that out.
Australia could be
Ooh.
interesting.
or like a Madagascar.
Yeah,
You know,
I like
they could
that.
do a
I
little
like that.
African.
I like
or
that.
or Cape Town, like
Ooh.
South Africa,
Yeah, it could be dangerous.
Casablanca.
I'm not worried about,
Cape Town. Cape
let's
Town.
go straight.
Ooh, dude, Casablanca, Morocco would be tit. That would be
Yeah.
such a good season.
Yeah, Morocco would be cool. What about
So good.
Somalia?
Oh,
Sure. They'll do Somalia on the cruise. There you go.
There you go,
Somali
yeah.
How about
cruise.
Baghdad?
There you go.
Yeah. Nah, they'll-
it takes
yeah.
place in the side of a mountain, Baghdad.
there you
Or
go.
like Egypt could be good, like Cairo,
Ooh, Egypt could be very interesting. Yeah,
a
that's
bunch
the other
of
thing too.
places.
Is
Tel Aviv.
Brazil.
yeah, Gaza. So that a lot of
I'll
fun.
stop there.
And that's time. So yeah, no, there's a lot of interesting stuff
Yeah.
in this series. I'm
Oh,
very
whoa.
excited about it. What?
Brockton.
There you go.
Brockton, Mass. Lynn.
You know,
Fuck it, Lynn.
Yeah, they go to the packy store every episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Fall River.
No, the whole
Yeah.
episode takes
Across the
place on
bridge.
the MBTA train.
Josh
and
goes-
Each episode starts Quincy.
Yeah,
and
great.
then-
Exactly. Next stop.
Chelsea,
Right.
Chelsea. Yeah.
Josh goes.
Salem,
He goes.
They pick
Fall
up a guy
River.
on every. That'd be good.
home of Chris Herron.
Fall
Not a
River.
bad idea.
That's good. I like
Yeah,
that a
it'll
lot.
be a nice story. Huh?
Yeah, no, it's good stuff. White Lotus, you should watch. It comes out 9 p.m. Eastern on HBO every week, Sunday nights.
That's right.
You
It's
know,
actually Max. All right.
yeah, Max. Excuse me. Yeah, you know what else comes out every week on Fridays at 6 p.m. is the Movie Mob podcast. So make sure you are liking and subscribing so you never miss an episode. RJ, before we leave, do you have anything else on White Lotus season 3, episode 2?
No, I agree with you. I think I was initially feeling what you were feeling, Nick, but as we talked about it more, I think there's a lot to dive for. I will say, I think episode 3, some significant stuff should happen.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
How many we get? Are we getting 8 episodes?
Yeah, I think it's the same as every season.
Oh, fuck.
Well, so first season is 6, and the second season is 7. I went back and looked.
I think we're getting 8. I think I
Is
looked it up
each ep-
before.
Oh, we are. So that would be more than a week.
Maybe I'm
Which is
wrong.
interesting.
7 would make sense.
Typically, it's an episode a day, right?
Right. It's each day on the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know. So here's a question for you. Last thing, and then we'll head out. Do we go to Bangkok to follow Walton? Does he ever actually go?
Oh
or-
yeah, we got to get a Bangkok episode.
Okay. Well, because
We're
remember,
gonna get some lady boys.
right. Is Bangkok close? Oh well, yeah. That's very
Matt, you are correct.
Yeah, we're
8
getting 8 episodes. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
interesting.
April 6th, dude. So we're
Nice.
going to get this for a while.
8 weeks.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, all through the month of March. Yeah,
Oh
we'll
yeah,
be.
it was filmed in Bangkok, Phuket, and Koh Samui.
All right, yeah,
So
Bangkok.
yeah, so we're
Cup
gonna
cum
see
ka, RJ.
Bangkok.
Cup cum ka.
Yeah, we got to follow Goggins.
Yeah.
Goggins.
Yeah. No, I think it's great. I'm very
I think it
excited
would be
for
sick
it.
if they had a whole episode where everyone kind of takes a trip into Bangkok and it's just kind of like a wild night.
Well, they already mentioned. I don't know if you remember.
Lucius might have to go.
No, but there was already a thing where there were like 2 or 3 of Thai women that when they walked away, someone made a comment, were those women? I think it was a Sachs family.
Yeah, they were
right?
talking about it, and
Yes.
like he made
Yeah,
the
and then
joke.
he makes the joke.
Arnold's
He said
son.
that Thai women is like opening a box
Yeah.
of chocolates. You don't know which one's got nuts.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So I
Yeah.
guarantee you we're gonna have to see some ladyboy action there.
I think the younger brother's gonna have a fun time with that. It's
I-
best of both worlds.
I could see
There you
Arnold's.
go.
I could see Arnold's son, like he finally gets like the girl he wants, but ends up being like a dude. You know, he's this, the braggadocious
Yeah,
one.
but see, I don't think he cares. I think he's gonna dude. He was about to fuck his brother in the first episode.
Yeah, but then he's kind of weird with the sister too. So maybe he's like, let me find me a Thai woman with tits and a cack.
In between.
Maybe there's something weird that happened between
Why not both?
Schwarzenegger and the
Not
girl,
both.
the sister.
I mean,
I wonder if he.
it's a weird family, the Saxons.
It is.
I think the whole family's gonna be having sex together, buddy. Well, and the mom made a comment about her. Remember her brothers? She made that weird thing.
What did she say?
She was like, "Oh, my brothers used to play around with me. They'd like pin me down on the floor and like spit on my face."
Yeah, what the
Yeah.
fuck, dude?
They're
The,
like,
the
what
whole
fuck is
family, and she's cracked
Yeah.
out of her mind. She's drugged up all the time.
Yeah,
What a-
and then she made, but
Show-
then
this
as,
show's
as she
absurd.
ends that convo, she says, "Obviously, we were weird when we were younger, but now we're a lot closer now." And then it cuts to the husband, and he makes a really weird face.
yeah, like
Lucius.
oh,
So I wonder if the whole family is just like a weird incest fest. I don't know.
Fuck, Maybe.
yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe Lucius and the daughter. I don't know.
Go Tar Heels.
Mad
Mhm.
City.
It's gross stuff.
Bill
They're-
Belichick.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh yeah. Did you see him walking through the airport recently with the girl with the jacket around her?
His
The hell
girlfriend's,
is that?
his girlfriend's younger than me.
Yeah. Are you serious?
Belichick's girlfriend's 24.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's 70 something, 72, 73.
Yeah. That's
girl.
an interesting choice.
Oh.
Have them in the next season, the two of them. That'd be good.
Can you imagine having to climb up on top of Belichick? Oh, poor
Yeah.
girl. I feel bad for her.
Jeez.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing.
I guess.
She's
Got
getting,
a lot of
She's not.
rings.
Yeah, I didn't say she was dumb.
she's
I
getting
just
that,
said,
she's getting that bag.
listen, people. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
is she,
Picking it
10
up off
years
the
of that?
ground.
Oh my
She's
God.
chilling.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm
crazy.
sure she's a very nice person.
I don't know.
Yep.
With that being said, Movie Mob premieres every Friday, 6 p.m. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And Matt, you got anything else?
Love the British girl. Really hope she has a happy ending.
RJ, take it away.
Well, Saxon didn't get a happy ending. How you doing?